Hi, guys. Welcome to Threads Podcast, Life Unfiltered, episode 100.
140.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Threads Podcast, Life Unfiltered, episode 194. Just an experiment of an episode. Mike writes these. He hates that I say it.
Don't say them.
This is a space for unfiltered dialogue about mental health, faith, and uncomfortable conversations where we talk about Facebook fake, Instagram ickies, and Twitter takes. Megan gave me a TikTok one. I forgot it. I prefer the titties, but anyways.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. We try to rid the world of Facebook.
Yeah, we don't want to rid the TikTok world of titties. That's unheard of.
Yeah. What else is Jason going to send to me?
Oh,
and Natalie's going to have to yell at you.
I sent it to you twice.
And Natalie had to chew you out. So
Whatever.
You know how that goes.
Our sponsor is Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. They're located on Stafford off of 44th Street, just east of 131. 532-6600 or irvines.com to schedule your service. They're the best in the business, best in the area. Even if you're in Holland, you can come get your car fixed, but Mike didn't, so we can. That seat, apparently no one wants to get their cars fixed at Irvine's because
Whoa.
Jesper did the same thing.
You know how far of a drive that would be with a broken water pump?
Hey.
Motor would have blown.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been rough.
Water shooting everywhere.
That would have been expensive tow.
Very expensive.
But yeah, you can call them to schedule service, fall maintenance. They do it all. And I, again, need to get my car in. I got 3 weeks left of work. So
better get on it.
I know. I should do it before I get back into gig work, but I will definitely get on top of that. Anyways, so 532-6600, irvines.com. Please support the sponsor that loves us because we love them. Also, our Patreons, Joe P, Kate K, Lisa K, Megan D.
And there's a new one.
And Adam. I didn't even
Well, that happened today, and I was just thinking I should add it to the show notes.
I just added it.
I know. I just saw that now. Well, speaking of our Patreons, we are going to do a new segment called Phone a Patreon.
Yeah.
Sound effects. And so what we're going to do, we are going to call one of our supporters, and we are going to ask them a question from the random question generator. Do you know that there is a website that just does random questions?
Yeah, but I have trivia.
And then there'll be trivia. We're on one random question so that we can learn about them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
This is going to be learning about them, and then I will play Kate in trivia. So this week is Kate K. I will play her in trivia, and I will win. But next week, this could be you. So if you are not one of our Patreon supporters, I'd encourage you to at patreon.com/Threads Podcast.
Isn't it? Why do you say /?
Because for a while there were backslashes too.
Oh, where?
Yeah,
I just always say blah 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 /
Well, because if you look at on your keyboard, there is a backslash, and it's different than a /.
I only see 2 slashes.
So
I do see a back one.
There's a back one and forward one.
Who used that one?
Is it with? I know it was used for a bit, and so that's why I say it, because it was the dorky thing that people said.
Oh,
so /Threads Podcast. So you can do that and sign up to support us because we're awesome, and you could be part of Phone a Patreon, like Phone a Friend.
All right, she's on. I'm gonna add her. Let's see how this. Oh, that works.
You know what the sad thing is? I can't see her at all.
You can. Well, you can I can give you the link.
I know, but as of right now,
I mean, it takes 2 seconds.
Okay, let's do that because I can't see her.
Yeah. It's gonna come in on Telegram. You're gonna have to mute everything when you go in, though.
Yeah, because we are professionals. Here we go.
I'm gonna try some things.
We're gonna have double pictures of me is really what's gonna happen.
Well, no, you're gonna have to turn your camera off too. Oh, that's terrible.
Allow mic or cam access. No.
Well, you might have to.
I have to enter the studio.
Just get in and make it sound like shit, and then you just mute everything.
Well, I think I muted it.
I don't even see you in.
There we go. Here I am. It says I'm in. I'll stop the cam.
Can you see the picture?
Display. I gotta do display name.
Doesn't matter. I have them hidden anyways.
Boom. I'm in now.
Okay, so you can see now.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a little delayed for you, but
Awesome.
okay, Kate, welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy
I'm
to be here.
I'm so excited. I haven't talked to Kate since the summer. Well, I've talked to her digitally, but I saw her in person in the summer.
Ooh.
Yes, that
Oh,
was awesome.
Where, when, how?
When she came up for a visit and we met at the Mitten and with a bunch of other people.
Awesome.
That was a great spot. That was really awesome. I'm
Yeah.
I'm hoping to come out again in the summer, so we'll see.
Yes. Okay. So you're gonna go first with your
random question
Okay.
from a random question generator website.
Okay.
Okay, here, no, it's a bad question. This is good. What is one of your favorite smells?
Fresh baked bread.
Ooh, bread that's fresh baked. Ooh.
Mhm.
There's a stop I do in my route that's right next to like a giant like Hostess bakery in Grand Rapids.
Oh, yummy.
It's in the hood. I should be careful. I'm not going to say where it is now because I don't want to offend anybody. It's in a lower middle class area, but it smells. So you open your truck door, you're like, especially when you're fasting.
Oh no.
It's the worst. But
just wafts in, right? Oh.
Yeah. I would say mine is fresh cut grass. I just gotta say it. I love it.
I didn't know we were answering.
Oh,
we
why
were
not?
just getting to know people who listen.
Oh, okay.
But now I got to think of it real quick. I don't know. I see fresh grass is good. Mulch.
Yeah.
I love
That's
mulch.
right. I take mine back. No,
you
mulch.
can't steal mine.
No.
Don't steal mine. No.
It's. I only smell it once a year. Oh, mulch is so incredible.
I smell like once every 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how great I am with yard work.
Yeah, it's okay.
Same.
All right, so we're gonna play trivia. I actually bought
Okay.
these cards yesterday, and they were delivered yesterday thanks to Amazon same day delivery.
Ooh, fancy because you live in
awesome.
Grandville.
Ooh. So this is Trivial Pursuit, but it's 2010, 2000s, 90s, and 80s, and we're gonna play up to 5, and then pick a number between 1 and 10. Kate.
7.
6.
It was 5.
Yes.
You want to go first or second?
First.
Okay.
As always, come on.
All right, you get to
Said
pick.
I'll clean up.
Pick a year.
Oh, I have to pick a year.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me this part.
Well, 80s to 80s, 90s, 2000 or 2010.
2000s.
I had to preview all these because some of them were hard as shit. I'm like, what kind of dancing fruit annoyingly sang "It's Peanut Butter Jelly Time" to Buckwheat Boys tune in the early 2000s viral video?
Oh, I know the song. I have no idea. Viral fruit? Grape.
That is incorrect.
Do I get to swing and miss?
Yes, ma'am.
Banana.
That is correct.
She gets a point.
Kate
stole it.
Kate, you get to pick now.
1980s.
Oh boy.
Wonder why.
I was 7 at the max and I was sheltered.
All right, you watch it. No disrespecting your elders.
Let's see. Okay. From what dial-up? Oh, this is so easy. No, I'm not doing that one. It's too easy. Okay, I got one. It's too easy. You would get it. So I think even Mike would get it. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, what make of car belonging to Cameron's dad does Ferris borrow for the day?
A Ferrari.
That is correct. It's actually, to be specific, a red 1961 Ferrari GT California Spider.
Wow.
Yeah.
It counts as Ferrari.
You're getting your ass kicked.
I know. 2-0.
All right, go.
I'm going to go with actually the 90s. Let's go 90s. Maybe that's better for me.
This is so mean. I'm going to read one of the questions they have on here. What Czechoslovakian-born woman was sworn in 1997 as the first female U.S. Secretary of State?
Madeleine Albright.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yes!
I wasn't even going to ask that question. Yes! I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah. I forgot about her. Yep.
All right, Kate.
I'm gonna try my wheelhouse again. 1980.
All right.
I feel like she
I'll
only
have to
used it once.
I'll have to
with that.
stretch my wings.
What furry alien from the planet Melmac had an unfortunate craving for house cats?
That would be Alf.
Would that be Elf or Alf?
ALF.
You're
Alf.
correct.
Alien life form.
Did you know that one?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, you're up.
Oh, yeah, I got to pick again. Let's go 90s. 90s were good to me.
Damn it. What sticky? I might need to get my glasses up. What sticky quit smoking aid, which lasted 16 to 24 hours, was approved by the FDA in 1991?
The Nicorette patch.
I'll take it. Nicotine patch.
Oh, okay. I think it was.
You're very generous.
Nicorette gum was the actual gum, but we're gonna go with it. You gave it to me, so
Yeah,
it's
if you would have said that, I would have not given it to you.
Was
but
the
I
patch.
already gave
Okay.
it to you.
Sweet.
So. Kate, you're up.
All right, I'll try 2000s.
Gotta make sure I got the right. Oh, that's 90. I already got it messed up. In what 2003 holiday movie do we learn that candy canes, candy corns, and syrup are the 4 main food groups at the North Pole?
Is that Elf?
It is Elf. No,
Elf
this is
and Elf.
yes. I didn't even try to do that.
And I knew that. I was ready for Kate to miss it, and I was ready to steal it.
All right, I have to tell you, I have never seen that movie.
Oh, it's so good. We bought it. Like we bought it
I'm
on
sorry.
digitally. You don't like it?
It's too much Will Ferrell. He turns it up
really?
too high. Yeah, it's
There's no such
overwhelming.
thing as too much Will Ferrell.
I disagree, but okay.
Amazing.
You're up, Mikey.
Let's go 10s.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be terrible at this, but let's go.
Yeah, some of these I read, I was like, according to Google, what was the top how-to search in 2017? Make slime, watch solar eclipse, or buy Bitcoin?
Make slime.
That is correct.
Yes.
Oh, that's slime. Ugh.
This is Kate for the win.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's already got 4.
I'm gonna go back to my wheelhouse. I'll go for the
1980s.
I may be pushing it, but I'm gonna try.
I got to give you a hard one.
Oh. Sorry, the giggles are even better.
All right. For the win, what movie stars a mouse named Fievel who gets separated from his family during a journey from Russia to America in the late 1800s?
Oh, it was An American Tale.
Oh, she got it.
That was so sad. That was the saddest movie.
Oh, well, good job.
You know, and I think for winning, you are going to send her some Threads gear or
Well,
Thread sticker or something.
She's already got stickers.
I do. They're on
You
my
should
fridge.
maybe send her something else because she beat us. Maybe that should be the thing.
All right.
They get
Do you guys
Threads
have
merch. for
beanies
beating
or
us.
anything?
Do you got what?
Like beanies? Like skullies
Beanies?
or something? Like skull
No,
caps?
I don't. I should.
Jason
Oh,
Gerald.
you should. I'm in Jersey. I need warm hats.
I'm just going to ask some random ones just for shits and grins.
Okay.
What, and you both can answer it. What dog? Okay, I can't even pronounce that word. In the movie Crazy Rich Asians, what Chinese title game does Rachel play to take the upper hand with her future mother-in-law?
Mahjong. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we just shout it out?
Good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Stop talking 80s.
Dude, this is 2010.
That was literally not long ago. I read the
Oh.
book too. It was a good book.
What did Snoop Dogg change his stage name in 2012 prior to the release of his reggae-inspired album Reincarnated? So stupid.
Not quite my wheelhouse.
Snoop Lion.
Oh, no way.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go 80s. Yeah, I don't even know this shit. Actor Terry Kisser played dead in most of what 1989 comedy about 2 employees trying to fake that his character was still alive. Now I know.
Weekend at Bernie's.
We got burns.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right. So the one that I was gonna give you, and I was like, I cannot give you because everyone will get it. It was from what dial-up provider were the words "welcome" and "you've got mail" recorded on a cassette back in 1980?
I loved AOL so much.
That was from 1989. Though,
Yeah.
that was recorded.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
There wasn't email back in.
Yeah,
Really?
there was.
In 89.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have it yet. But like
They're all like bulletin boards and stuff like that, like Gopher
Yeah.
accounts. way
I
back.
think I had email like in 93, 94
Wow.
when I was a
Yeah.
senior.
You're old, Jason.
Oh,
Shut up.
senior, shut up.
I was senior in 94.
Oh,
All right, this is another one I passed on that I was going to ask because I
I'm
thought
just
you'd
a
get it.
senior.
What
Okay.
radio show host first partnered with news anchor Robin Quivers when he landed a gig in Washington D.C. in 1981?
Howard Stern.
That's correct.
Oh, I was gonna go Rush Limbaugh.
Oh God, he was up solo.
Robin Quivers is the giveaway, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
remember
Stern
looking
was
that up.
just a little bit of my youth. Like he was, yeah.
Well, Caitlin, is it Caitlin?
It's Catherine, but I go by
Catherine.
Kate.
Okay. What's your middle name? We run middle names around here.
Oh, so my middle name is, I'll have you guess what country it's from. It's Mariam.
Italy.
Nope. I'll spell it Maryam.
Romania.
Nope.
Russia.
Nope.
South Korea.
Absolutely. No. It's Iranian.
Oh.
I'm half Iranian.
Oh, are you? I know someone else that. Oh no, wait.
No, you don't. No,
yeah,
you
I
don't.
do, isn't he?
No, he's Armenian.
Armenian. Okay.
Oh.
Did you see all the shit that's going on in Iran right now? I watched some lady's
Oh, I
TikTok and
know.
I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know how she got that out. Like, it was like a pleading video of.
Oh, she's probably dead. I mean,
You know
it
what's so
sounds
sad
terrible.
about that stuff? Like, I watched it. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I just like went on with my day. You know what I mean? I felt so bad. I felt so bad.
You're so disassociated from it because it's such a cult. It's such an odd. I'll say odd culture, but because the women are so below everything.
Yeah.
It's when you see like a revolt like that. I think the ending's just going to be terrible, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, Catherine.
I'm in trouble.
Mariam.
Yeah.
Catherine
like
Mariam.
Mariam. Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
me.
And we are going to talk.
Very
We are
welcome.
going to talk about Zane, but I'm going to do it without input. So
That's cool.
is that okay?
It's completely fine. I don't need to be a part of it, but I will still listen because I love you guys.
I didn't say I won't need input later, but I
got
maybe by text. Is that what you're saying? You want maybe her to text?
Oh no, we've talked about it.
Okay.
There's a deep.
I'm so excited. Let's get going.
Kate and I have deep drama from Zane.
Oh,
so
come on,
you're the only one out of the loop.
Come on, let's hurry up with the show so I can get the drama.
All right. Okay. We'll see
I'll
you.
keep watching.
We'll see you when we see you.
See you, Kate.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I had fun. Bye.
Bye. Whoops.
Do you just close out completely? From
No.
StreamYard?
Can you imagine?
Well, because I'd closed out because I'm like, I don't need it.
No, but I removed you, and then I removed her, and then re-added her, and then she removed herself. So
she's like, I'm out.
Anyways, that was fun.
That was a fun segment.
I thought it would actually go longer. She's incredible at trivia.
She's amazing at trivia. It's just the perfect amount of getting ready for the show. And we don't have one new segment. We have two new segments.
We do?
This one has no sound effect, but it's called Stories of the Week. It's basically the same old checking in, but we're naming it because what's better than something named?
Mike wants to do jingles, y'all. So
I so want to do jingles. Like I'm
Stories of the week.
Yeah, stories of the week.
Mike wants me to
that'd be terrible.
Do my acting. Like he goes, "Can't you do voices?" And I'm like, I acted. I used my same voice
every time, though.
Every time.
What if you were playing a British character?
I would not do that because I do not have the talent to do that.
Stories of the week. Well, that's terrible. Stories of no, that's really bad. I don't know what that sounds like.
It's just stories of the week.
Stories of the week.
Are you trying to murder somebody?
Actually, maybe. So, Jason, I want to talk first about my long run of long runs. The first 3 miles, I thought I'm never going to finish this 12 miles. My legs were dead, and I felt like we talked a little bit, but I agree with you. It felt like I was putting a lot more work into it than how fast I was going.
Yeah, I felt like I was pushing. Like I was like, I can't even keep the pace. The slow pace.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm dying on the vine here.
Yeah, so that's how it was for me. And I also got out a little bit later. I got out at 7:45. I think I was aiming for 7:30. No, yeah, whatever. I was 7:45, so it was good. And then it got hot, but it ended up being a great long run, except for I almost got hit by a stupid car.
Did you?
Yeah, I was nearing the end. It was good. I was like pushing it, and all of a sudden this vehicle just pulled out in front of me. And then I was going to the back of it, and then it just stopped. I was like, you pulled out in front of me, so I'm trying to avoid you. And
so
then you
it was
stopped.
like going, and you're like, okay, fine, I'll go behind you, and then it stopped, and then you almost ran into the back of it.
And I may or may not have yelled at them. I'm like, I didn't swear. I was like, what in the world are you doing?
Did you put the arms up?
Yeah.
Oh, I do that all
I
the time.
was like, what in the world? And I just kept running. But I'm like, seriously, like I'm almost at the end of 12 miles, and your idiotness almost caused me to get hit.
So I have 2 questions of that. One, are you just running sidewalks in Holland for 12 miles?
For the most part, yeah, just running different sidewalks. And then like I have a plan of like the path I'm going to take. But then I'm like, you know what? This isn't too bad. There's quite a bit of shade. So I'm just going to run this
that would drive me nuts. And you don't see, it's harder on your legs to run on sidewalks.
No, but there's not a lot of trails.
You don't have any. Holland doesn't have any trails.
No.
What if you had to like drive 5 miles to some trails?
Yeah, but then that's how much longer that would take me to get out. Now there actually is a path to Upper Mac. I thought about it later. It has more paths along there. I should have ran to Upper Mac and back.
You could probably every time I go to Holland, I see trails everywhere. So.
Yeah, but you have to go like the north side for like bike paths, which are and the bike paths are pretty hilly.
Is that the rich side?
Yeah,
the north side.
Yeah.
But
that's because they don't want to pay for sidewalks, so they put in just.
I don't know, because I think there's like a path that'll go all the way from like Hudsonville all the way out to Holland, right? Like there's
coming out from
like
where
Chicago Drive, right?
Yeah, there
where
might be
it
a
turns
path
in. I don't know.
Sure, there's a path on there, but most of the time I just do sidewalks because I can just leave from my house. I go out from there.
I hate sidewalks.
It's not bad.
Hate them.
But
I run in the street.
Yeah, but then it's always like there's one leg that's like farther down because the streets are tilted.
So I can see that.
So normally during races, I'll normally run in the center and then go to the corner. But anyways, so that was my long run. It felt like the long runs. First 3 miles felt like 6.
I have a second question.
Yeah.
What did you wear? We're so gay.
Clothes, shorts, and a t-shirt, and ready for this? My Tough Mudder headband, because I didn't have any headband. Didn't want to wear a hat because then sweat gets in my eyes. That thing is amazing. I'm always going to wear sweatband now. I'm going to be that dorky.
Hey, they were.
I know.
They're called sweatbands.
I know. It was so soggy, gross afterwards. It took like 6 hours to dry in my house. But it's amazing.
You went out with a t-shirt. It was freezing.
Well, I was a little bit later, and it was cold for the beginning. But I was like, you know what? It's gonna get better, and it did. And then at the end, I got hot for me.
Do you know what I wore?
You wore a long sleeve and maybe some pants, like longer pants.
No, I wore shorts, long sleeves, and gloves. And I wore the gloves the whole time.
Well, gloves though, I was wishing I had gloves for a little bit.
My hands were still cold with gloves.
Well, I was carrying my water bottle, which had ice, ice.
Oh,
I know. It was a little bad in the beginning.
Miserable.
The first mile, I was pretty ticked off about that. I was like, this is stupid. But I was like, what am I going to do? Not carry my water bottle?
Right.
But yeah, no, it was overall good. Makes me feel good about the race. I feel like I can hit my pace, or I have the chance of hitting my pace. I should put it that way.
For me on the run, it went okay. My little issue that I have on my feet was really, really bad. It was probably the worst I've had at this training session. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's been okay up to this point, but it was juicy.
But in the last 2 weeks, we've ran about 40 miles.
Yeah.
So you've put a lot of wear on those.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad it's juicy though, because I want to go into PT and be like, this thing is right, because like when I
Yeah.
went to the doc, it had recovered. It was like kind of early in the training,
Yep.
and I mean, the X-ray showed that I have that weird
Gap.
that I was born with, but so that went okay. But for me, I have a couple of stories. I know we're going to take turns. I'm going to try to remember that. I know last episode we didn't. Avery's driving. She's done with segment 1, and I just want to give her a shout out. I don't think she listens to the show, but she
No.
said, you're going to talk about how good my driving was. And so the last training session for segment 1, you ride with the instructor as a parent. You don't have to, but they encourage it. So
Yep.
I volunteered as tribute, and
I volunteer as tribute.
that was such a good series.
I only watched one movie.
Oh, really? The Hunger Games?
Yep, just one of the movies because friends of ours did, and that's all I watched.
It's really good.
It was good.
It seems like it's kind of like a kid book, but when you watch it, it's good.
Yeah,
it's interesting. So I went, and her instructor was a former state trooper.
Ooh.
So she has some experience, and I was so scared. I sit behind Avery.
Okay.
So that's got to be weird for her anyways. And then so the instructor, I can talk. I didn't really say much, but by the end of it, she did so good. The instructor was like, yeah, that was really good.
That's awesome. That has to make you feel good, especially as you're about to go drive with her.
Yes, because she only had 6 drives, and all of those 6 drives was only a total of 6 hours of road time. We got on the highway. We did a merge on M6 and 131 that's like you have to like it weaves like this.
I hate those.
Yeah, that's new for this area. We don't ever have any of those, and she did it pretty good.
Oh, nice.
The only issue I would see is she a little herky jerky when she gets into the lane after she does a nice lane change, but then it's like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And I was in the back, but didn't get car sick. Like I was so proud of her though. I was like, yeah, that's my girl.
Good job.
Yeah. So I have much more confidence going into the 50 hours.
Because last week you were not looking forward to that and a little scared of the 50 hours.
Really scared.
Like I saw fear in your eyes. Like,
I mean,
you're like, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but
it's a control thing too. Like I don't remember the last time I sat in a passenger seat other than taking an Uber. If I was, like when I was in Dallas, obviously I sat in a passenger seat, but in my own car, like in the back,
in yours, especially
in the back. Megan drives all the time when we go places, just because I'm tired of driving all week, especially during gig work. I'm just like, oh, please drive.
It's really because he's drinking, but
that could be.
We'll let you think it's because you're tired of driving.
What about your next story?
So I am going to go proud dad moment as well. Cam had cross country again. We were down in Otsego.
Okay.
Down there, it's a big meet, and he got a PR when most people didn't PR. Got a little warmer, but I love it because he is finally seeing that hard work creates good things.
Okay.
And he's finally getting that hard work like pays off in life, because again, how often in life, especially as kids, are things just given to them?
Oh, especially in this day and age, my kids are so damn spoiled.
I mean, and even like people, like he'll do like chores for neighbors, like they'll pay him to do certain things. He gets paid way too much money for what he does, because I mean, it's kind of a pain for the neighbors and they don't want to do it, and they're just like, oh yeah, here you go. So it was really cool to see him, like, because his PR last year, he's like a minute and a half faster than last year's PR. He just cut 20 seconds off this last race, which is with 10 seconds a mile.
20 seconds?
I know. He cut it off 20 seconds. So like, and it was in a race where no one else really did that much better.
Why do you think he was so good in that race?
So he decided that to pace one of his teammates who was about 40 seconds faster. So he paced him for most of the race.
So when pacing means you're like drafting him,
or just following him, just keeping him nearby. And he did. He goes, my legs were hurting so bad. He goes, I didn't have quite as much kick at the very end. Normally, like he'll catch.
Yeah.
He still caught 3 or 4 people at the end.
The question is, did you say who's going to carry the boat? Did you teach him that mantra yet?
I haven't yet. I think it's a little harsh yet. I think maybe like the next race or two.
Okay.
Then you can start.
That shit works for me.
I know.
I did it twice on my 12 miles.
I was doing that too.
I was like, listen, bitch, who's going to carry the boat?
Yeah.
You are. Let's go.
It wasn't for the last half mile. Last half mile, I'm like, who's going to carry the boat? And these poor people are like, what the world is that guy doing?
That guy's crazy.
So that was just cool, proud dad moment of like, oh, he's finally like seeing the truth, and he named it like, oh, like I'm really looking forward to even next year putting more miles in the summer. And I'm like, yes,
I have a running etiquette question.
yeah,
So I talked about the pacing and then the drafting.
yeah.
Do you think in a we're trying to be the best at fitness, like at the half marathon we're running, do you think it's weird to get behind somebody and run? Like
Depends.
close.
Like how close?
I mean, if they stopped, I would run into them.
Yeah,
Is that weird?
yeah.
Hmm.
Because do you think it's really going to help you to be that close though? I mean, we aren't running like
I know.
the guy who just set the marathon record and it might actually help.
Do you know there's a challenge going around TikTok? Have you seen that to try to run his?
Yes.
And most treadmills don't even go that fast.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think most treadmills go up to 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, he was way above that.
Well, I think he's 21 miles an hour.
Oh, was he 21?
So he was like 1 mile an hour above. But yeah, even on the fastest, they can't do it for
They'll
long.
do it for like a minute and then they're like out. And this guy did it for 26 miles.
26.2. Never forget the point.
Yeah. No, I've done that before. But yeah, it really doesn't do anything. In my head, it's like a mental thing. Like, okay, I can take a break a little bit. But
I mean, your biggest break is you don't have to think about how fast you're running because you just follow them.
Yeah, but you also don't know what they're running at.
True.
You can't just jump behind somebody and tail them. You got to be like, oh, we've been together for a while. I'm gonna drop back and
yeah. Because now at the Grand Rapids, they're gonna have pacers, right?
Yeah.
People told me they have pacers like with
they're bullshit though.
Really?
They're good at the beginning. A real pacer will able to do it the whole time. When I was doing the riverbank, now again, everyone bonked on that, so maybe the pacers dropped off.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I didn't train well.
They dropped their signs like
no way.
Oh yeah,
they were like, forget this.
They were like, F it, I'm out. So, is it my turn?
Yeah, second story for
I'm
you.
Sorry.
Story number 2. We're gonna label them as much as you don't want to.
Don't label them. So this is really just random. I had a customer stalk me on Facebook Messenger the other day. Yeah, so I've done this guy. It's for we work for a lot.
His lawn.
His lawn. Yeah.
You've done this guy. You've done his lawn. Let's be very clear.
Thank you for clarifying.
I got you again.
You got me again. Not as good as the first time.
No, but that was pretty good.
You got me to pause though. It takes a lot to make me laugh like that, like to pause.
Okay.
Yeah, I do his lawn, and through Weed and Feed has such a niche. We do tons of subcontracting, so that means like, Joe Blow's Lawn Care, who's not licensed for pesticides. We do his lawn care.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they mark it up a little bit. Some of them don't, some of them do. I mean, it's just like any kind of subcontracting.
Yeah.
So this is for a sub, and I've done this guy's lawn. See there.
Good job. You've learned
4 or 5 years.
Okay.
It's kind of a pain to do, but whatever. So I've never seen the guy. I mean, the name on the account was a guy, but I don't know who freaking lives there. It's very common that I never meet people, because they're at work. So I go up the first strip of the lawn and I go to turn around and he comes flying into the driveway. And I was like, I stop like this. I got headphones on, the machine's on. I can't hear if a car's coming up on me. I wouldn't expect one in the driveway that fast. So I stop and he waved me by and I didn't go because I was like, well, I need to go past you. So he rolled in. But then he finds me on Facebook and messages me just like, hey, Jason, I didn't get a chance to say hi. Thanks for so much for doing a good job on the lawn. And I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I accepted it. Cause you don't have to accept it on Facebook Messenger. You can block it or delete it. I accepted it. I'm like, all right, thanks. Such and such. Appreciate it. This is the last app. I'll see you next year. He's like, okay, sounds good. It was just weird. It wasn't weird interaction, but it's like, I've never met you. I've never seen you. I don't know who you are, but I recognize the name. I'm like, oh, that's the guy's lawn.
How would he have gotten your name?
It's on the invoice.
Okay. So it doesn't just say it's from Joe's Lawn Care, but it actually has your name.
Yeah, by law, you have to have the applicator's name, date, and time.
Oh,
and business.
There's all these weird laws and rules about it.
It's so stupid. Some of the rules on the Department of Agriculture for the terrible pesticides we're putting down, even though the bleach that you use the Clorox bleach for your toilet, is way worse than what we're putting down.
So, but because you're putting down poison in quotes, they want your name on in case something goes bad.
Yeah, we have to keep those for 5 years.
Well, it would make sense that you guys would keep it. It's weird that you have to give a customer your name
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's fine. I mean, it was just I've never
Yeah.
had one ever reach out to me on social media. I mean, I've done
32 million lawns,
probably not that many, but I've done a lot.
but close.
Yeah. So that was weird.
Okay, so my next one, my last one, my third one.
I hate it so much that
I know I'm just being cringy to you. Sorry,
it's
listeners.
so cringe.
Sorry, being cringe. I'm actually changing it. I have started playing a new game on my phone,
Oh no.
and it's all because I want to spend time with my son.
Okay.
Any guesses of what game it is? It involves walking.
Subway Surfer?
Pokemon Go.
Oh gosh. Shoot me in the head.
So Cam and his friend have gotten into it. Now, his phone, in quotes, doesn't have cell service.
yeah.
So in order for him to play, he needs to hotspot off of mine. And so one day he's like, "Hey, Dad, you want to go play?" Now, I want to believe like he wants to spend time with me, which I believe is part of it. But part of it I know is that he needs me to go. So we've gone probably 6-7 times in the last couple weeks. A few times his friend has come
Yeah.
along. But here's the beautiful thing: him and his friend will talk, and I'll just be playing Pokemon Go, which is really a stupid game.
yeah.
Here's
I can't believe kids are still playing it. It's actually kind of cool. When it first came out, it was huge.
yeah, which was I don't know what year it was, but it came out huge. So then, but it's a really stupid game. Really, you just swipe up the whole time.
Yeah.
And you just throw the balls, whatever. But it's really cool to hear all of him and his friend just talking back and forth, and then him wanting to spend time with me because he's freaking 13.
Yeah.
How often does Avery really want to just hang out with Dad?
Almost never.
And if she was saying, "Hey, Dad, do you want to come walk with me as we do this game?" you would jump at it.
Yeah.
Right?
I would.
But it's one of those. Anyways, that's been kind of story of the week. Is I am playing Pokemon Go. I made it to level 20, which is apparently good. And
Well, good job.
I somehow am doing it and somehow not terrible at it. But everyone's always like, "Dad, you don't know that?" I'm like, how the hell would I know?
You'd be like, son, teach me.
I do.
Walk with me.
It is kind of sad though when your son has to teach you technology.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like a boomer.
Yeah.
Boomer alert that.
You know what? There was a trivia question about boomers.
Oh, you should have done that.
If it would have came up, I would. I pulled 5 for each, so there was a boomer alert question. I saw it when I was right before eating dinner. And I was just dying laughing. Yeah. I mean, what was it? Oh, technology. I'm pretty good with tech.
So am I, except for this Pokemon Go. No idea.
Well, I mean, that's not really tech. That's just a game. I mean, if Sully gave me Minecraft, I would look like, that I would,
That's one of those other games. I have no idea why people play that.
I don't know, but that kid, well, your son too, can build so fast.
I know, but there's one time I was playing it and Cam was telling me I was playing it wrong. I was like, it's just building and tearing things
Sully
up.
says that to Megan. Megan tried to play it and but by the end of it, she's like, I can't play with you anymore because it's not this game.
Yeah.
So let's play Mario Kart, which Megan dominates in. So
Cam hates it because I beat him in that.
Yeah, I don't play with Megan either because she beats me every damn time.
I think Megan and I need to play head to head.
Yes, next time we're together.
I haven't played in a while.
Also, my hands are bigger and I'm used to that big controller right there. And then you give me this little thing and my thumbs are cramping up. So that's just
so you really just have to hit one. Well, no, you have to hit a couple buttons in there.
Yeah. But
you should get a pro remote.
Is it big?
Yeah, it's just that size.
Oh, really?
There's a whole pro remote.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think it was for basketball, which he stopped playing with me because I dominated him in that too. 90s Bulls, the best teams ever.
Oh, of course.
But so we got a pro remote because you do a lot of the extra buttons. They're way nicer than the little teeny little remotes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's the end of my 3 stories of the week. So, Jason, you have one.
I have 2 more.
Oh,
but
you have 2 more.
I'm gonna push the non-Eric Zane one into mental health. So
Okay.
Adam's on the show right now. He's watching us live.
Hey, Adam, welcome to our
shit show.
Yeah.
Good timing, Adam. So I don't even know I have not even prepared anything in my head. Let's I listened to true crime all day. So I'm just before I jump into this, I'm listening to Serial, the first one about the guy that just got they might do a new trial. I can't even think of his freaking name. He's a Pakistani kid. He killed his girlfriend. You don't know anything about it?
I don't have anything to do with true crime.
Your wife would know.
She'd 100%.
Dude, I've been listening to this for so long. Okay, hold on. I gotta find it.
True crime.
It's a weird name. It's something Syed. Adnan Syed. That's what his
Mhm.
name is. But basically in 1999, he got convicted of his girlfriend's murder. And it's kind of like shady. Like there's no physical evidence. It's all on one witness. And the guy got sentenced to life in prison. And this journalist back in 2014, this is how old this is.
Oh, wow.
And started, I have 3 episodes left, but he's back in September 20th or around early September, he got released, supervised release while they try to figure it out because even the prosecutor said they did a shitty job.
Wow.
So, anyways, how did I get on that?
So-
I've been listening to that all day. So, Eric Zane. So, okay, let me do the short version.
No.
Well, I mean, so Zane has started his podcast and he's always been raw, and I love that. I glommed out of Zane when he was on Free Beer and Hot Wings because I liked his rawness because
Yeah.
it brought fun, and it reminds me a lot of him. A little bit of a hothead, sometimes speaks before he thinks, and right now I'm glad I'm less like that, but in the time it was great.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody who you can be like, oh, that person's made it in a little bit like me.
Yeah, it's cool. So like when he got fired from Free Beer and Hot Wings, I thought it was shady. I was Team Zane all the time.
Yep.
So he went to another radio show. He was there for a couple of years, and he got fired from that, or the format changed. Fired. And it's fine. It's whatever. It was. I don't know why they put him on a sports show anyways.
Yeah,
it's
a sports station.
It just didn't
was
do
weird.
well.
Yep.
So I'm anyways, he gets his own podcast, and then I support him there. I've been a Patreon since the beginning. Was a $10 tier for a while, but then it was the video and I never watched it, so I just dropped down the $5 tier. But since the beginning, he's been podcasting for about 4 years. So I've been paying for that every month.
That's quite a bit of money.
For 4 years.
You've invested a lot of money.
Yeah. And so I enjoyed it. And then we advertise on the show, and we've gotten everyone that's a Patreon basically member from Zane's show.
Boom.
So it's been positive. I would say maybe 3 or 4 months ago, there was a huge incident with some of the original OG listeners. One in particular ended up like going to his house unannounced, and it was weird. It got weird. But Zane overreacted. Like,
okay.
Called the cops. It was a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I have to, in his defense, I'm not in his shoes, so I don't know what was exactly happening. But these original listeners, they got a little close. And Zane didn't set the boundary early enough.
Yeah.
And then he was in this weird position where, he was building this new show, and he had these amazing people to help him. And then it was just getting across the line, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So it was a huge blow up. I mean, and then Zane was just cutting on them. It was terrible. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Whatever. Stop. He kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. I'm like, okay, it's done. They're out. Fucking move on. Like, I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
So Kate was included in that. Kate did not do anything.
Okay.
But she was kind of collateral damage. So I didn't cancel the show. I continued listening because then he stopped doing it. All of a sudden, I don't remember what happened, but things got flared up again. And somehow Kate got thrown into the mix heavily.
Oh, no.
And he was saying some terrible, terrible things about Kate. I mean, we're talking like terrible. She's fat. She broke treadmills at Planet Fitness. She takes too many selfies and she looks terrible. Like, not just on the Patreon episode, on the free one too.
So everyone in the world could hear.
Yeah. It got bad. And I was just like, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
Like, those other people I didn't have an attachment to, it did bother me the way he went around it. And I was like, I feel bad for them. And I'm sorry. Some of you did cross the line. Some of you didn't. But I'm like, okay, I can move past it. Let's just move on. But he kept talking about it. And so I almost pulled the trigger then. And then again, it started up again. And Kate hasn't done a damn thing.
So she was not part of, like, she was part of the group.
She was friends with them.
But she never did anything, and then he just went off on her.
Yeah, as far as I know, she hasn't, and I trust that she hasn't. I'm sure she's said some snide things after the fact.
Yeah.
But to get thrown into that group. So honestly, I think he thinks I'm part of that group a little bit, because when I met Kate, which we talked about at the beginning, there was a picture of us all together with the Outcast Zaniacs and me.
Okay.
So I had sent Zane a text and he didn't respond back.
Oh, just recently?
About a month ago, maybe.
Okay.
And then a week later, I was like, hey, good talk. He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
So you think he thinks you're part of the outcast?
Well, he's
group.
like if you talk to those people, you're either this or you're this.
Oh, I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
That is so church world.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, but it really is. I mean, like in major churches where they've had like I'm thinking Marcel Seattle, like there's a whole podcast. And there literally was, once people were gone, if you talked to them, you were team them. Didn't matter why you talked to them.
Yeah.
You were against the main pastor.
Wow.
So anyways, it feels like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a divorce too. When you
Yeah.
have friends, you're either team wife or team husband. I don't know. It got like, why are you doing that? When you're talking, another thing too, one of the outcasts, he was talking about his wife, who has nothing to do with the show. Like, she has terrible teeth and she's a hillbilly and she's fat. And I'm like, if you want to fuck with the people that fucked with you, I'm fine with that. Go for it. And they're still fucking with Zane.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Like they have their own Facebook. I mean, this has been huge drama. I know I didn't do the story justice, but I mean, this has been going on for 3-4 months.
So does that mean that we're no longer gonna?
I cut that out of the last episode.
Okay.
Because I felt that. I mean, we're saying it now, so I guess I don't. I just was like, I would wondering if you're going to bring that up. So now I'm going to say it because you brought it up. No, I'm not going to advertise. So funny. I like a little drama myself too.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to write Zane a letter and say like, this is why I left. But so with Patreon, at least with him, if it bills and you cancel the next day, you get the whole month. So secretly, I hope somehow, don't tell him, you guys. I want to see if it naturally comes out. You Patreon people or anyone else that's listening that's part of Zane, don't send anything to him because I just want to see if he talks shit about me.
Yeah.
So I can listen to the Patreon for a month and then it will just drop off.
And then because it shows him that you dropped, then he might talk shit about you that you're part of the group.
Yeah. And secretly I want him to, and I guess I don't really want him to, but kind of I do.
But like, come on.
And I really fucking love Zane too. That's the shitty part. I still love him. Like, I think what he's done is great, but I think when you're a podcaster and you don't have an HR department and you don't have a co-host and you don't have all this other stuff, where is the feedback?
Yeah.
His sponsors haven't canceled, but I mean, like, how could you be a sponsor of something that's ripping on, like, I don't know, like on someone's weight? And it's just like, that, he's always says, oh, it's a joke. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
That's a personal attack.
Yeah. Because if people did it to him, he would have an issue.
He would, but I don't know. He is kind of like, he can throw stones, but he gets upset when people throw back.
I mean, it's most people, right? Like, it'd be, you can be this. I mean, because like we had him on our show and he's not the same person in real life that he's on the show, right?
No,
that's a whole bit
for sure.
And again, so you can say that, but like if people would come after him, I feel like he would be hurt, especially if they went after his kids or whatever.
I mean, you should see some of the texts. I didn't see him that he sent to a couple of people, like, because we all have his number. Yeah. I mean, crazy, like just call him to see you next Tuesday.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'm actually a little afraid. I wanted so many times to send him an email. And it's like, dude, knock it off.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm terrified he was going to flip on me.
But it's all because people came to his house.
It's a little bit more than that.
So to him, it felt like they were.
Originally, it started because Zane told them that he didn't want them to. It had to do with the commenting.
Okay.
Like, you were commenting too much in the chat, so they got offended.
Oh.
And then it was a slippery. And then, one of the people took a joke too far and went to his house and pretended that he was. Yeah.
Which, okay, but still, like,
there was a snowball effect.
And he's built this show on these people feeling like they're his friend.
Right.
He's made a lot of money with people who think that he's buddies with them.
Yes. And I'm telling you, those fans were fucking ride and die. They supported every charity. They bought every sponsorship. They spent I'm not kidding you, thousands of dollars. They gave people Patreon gifts or subscriptions. I mean, they were ride and die.
And now they're divorced.
And it's just like, I couldn't believe, like, he just said, fuck them.
But doesn't that, okay, I don't know how far I want to go here, but doesn't that kind of fit what's happened other places, though?
With him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just followed him now.
Yeah.
And now it's the people who have been supporting him
Yeah. I get it. The show got better when they were out of the loop.
Okay.
I feel like he was focusing on them too much and they were interjecting in the comments, and it got a little muddy at times. I believe the show got a little bit better, but only when he stopped talking about them.
Yeah.
Like, it got to the point where he's doing 3 news shows, the rest ads, and then bitching about the old Zaniacs. It's just
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking bored.
But I mean, like complaining about them, but like pre that, was it bad because they were commenting, or was it?
Some of it was good. I actually like it because I had a connection. Like, I knew them.
Yeah.
So when they were when Zane was teasing them, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But what he tried to do is he's trying to get new listeners in. So if you have these connections with these older people, the new listeners don't get it and they move on. So you have to keep it generic. But I'll let you know, he's gone back to that. He's back into the comments, just
Okay.
like he was.
It's just different people now,
Just different people.
and not people who have supported him over the years,
A few.
or not as long.
No, there's a couple
Okay.
ride and die still in there, but he tells them that they're on the fence and they need to make a decision.
What?
Dude, I am telling you.
This is so much drama from a thing that's supposed to bring joy to the world.
I know. And I'll be honest with you, it's a big vacancy for me.
So
I listen to a lot of Eric Zane. I mean, he does. I listen to 10 shows of his a week.
wow, and they're a couple hours, right?
Well, his first show is 2.
Okay.
The second one's usually 30 to 40.
And then you've also stopped listening to Rogan once he went to Spotify.
Yeah.
You have a lot of space in your life that
Dude.
you used to fill with 2 podcasts.
Dude, true crime. But there's not enough for me. Like, I'm like, so, but Brene Brown is back.
Ooh.
So I listened to an episode that Megan suggested today.
Even though her person who makes it or like edits it doesn't do a good job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard the first episode back, I'm like it was bad. But then I got used to it. It's not terrible. It just needs to be mixed a little better.
But isn't it like, or is that not the one with is that maybe her like mouth noises or something?
You know, early on before she went to Spotify, yes.
Oh,
that
is Spotify like paid somebody to fix that
I
crap
think
up?
so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not near as bad as it was.
But she has such good content. Like, I haven't listened to her podcast. I've just listened to TED Talks, and
I love
Parts
when
of
an
her
old lady cusses, and she's not old. I mean, she's mid to late 50s.
maybe.
I mean, that's old to you.
Kate,
I don't know.
Kate, Jason is sorry for that
Ooh,
comment.
Shit balls.
Kate, please do not Eric Zane him.
They all said that was a good description, was accurate. The people on
Okay.
Adam and Kate, but
Who are both Zaniac or
so
were Zaniacs?
Adam is on the dark side too. He's a castaway. All the castaways are coming to Threads. So
well, Threads is better. So
yeah,
I mean, come on,
we'll take them.
Yeah, welcome to the good side.
I mean, we love to fuck around too, but yeah. So that's been going on. I've been stressed about it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but that was the last straw. I told Kate last week. I was listening when I heard it. I was like, so I had sent Kate some clips, and then he said this. I was like, Kate, it's bad. I'm not sending it to you. I'll give you a timestamp. If you feel you want to go listen to it, you can. And she did, and I was like,
oh man, but what craziness! What craziness! And
he's
what
a grown man.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a little drama, but like when you're being mean to people that I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't be a part of this Threads and try to be thoughtful and that kind of stuff and support him that. Like I had a hard time with the first round, but I was like, I can look the other way, just stop talking about it. But then when you fuck with Kate and someone that loves the show and is a supporter, I'm like, I'm out.
And especially when it's a personal attack. And
like wait.
And like breaking treadmills, which come on.
I mean, he oh dude. It was just more than that. Like he made a post about it. Like,
of course he did.
Oh, dude, like social media posts about it.
This is what happens though. Okay. So you have one more. Let's do the one more.
Yeah, real quick. This is my friend Tim. This is kind of more of a mental health thing. I met him. I've known him for a lot of years. We lost contact. We were acquaintances, and then I met him at Laugh Fest.
Okay.
He was the head of the drivers, so he was the one that interviewed me and stuff, and then we've worked together since that. Love the guy, the kindest mother effer in the world. He's so kind. I want him to slap me sometimes. I'm like, I need some anger out of you. But his mom had dementia and has recently passed, and his wife's cancer came back all in the same month. And so, and it's metastasized.
So it's gone through like the
It's
lymph
starting,
nodes
yeah. And so, shoot, I'm not sure. He has not posted that on social, so I'll probably edit that out. You Patreons get it. You don't know Tim anyways, but I just want to say I love him, and I know he listens on occasion, and I'm struggling with the Lord Jesus. So if you are good with the Lord, if you could say a prayer for Tim, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's so heavy, and it's one of those brokenness in the world that there's no good way to explain
and
it.
He's super religious too. And listen to the text I sent him. He's probably like, oh man. I go, man, I'm so sorry. Fuck this shit. Sucks. I hate that you're going through this. I know your faith is strong, but this is where I say, seriously, God, why Tim? You're one of the kindest people I know, and it's not fair you're going through this. It's true.
It's true.
I mean, shit.
That's better than
I'm going to have to mark this episode explicit.
Good.
I've dropped about 10 F-bombs.
Let's do it. Maybe more people like explicit. It makes them feel like they're a little naughty.
Yeah, they're like peeking behind the corner.
I know. I mean, even with the last one, Natalie wanted to listen because of how I titled it in the beginning. Like, she listened to it right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good job.
I know.
I'm proud of you. So real quick, transitioning. We're going to have to do it real quick because I have to get my daughter to Young Life.
Do you see my note?
Nope. Okay. All right. We can do. Yeah, we're about 56 minutes.
Yeah, let's leave it there. So here's the thing. So let's talk about people coming to your house.
Yes, real quick.
Like you actually want people to come to your house.
Yes. And I will. Everyone in the community group I created 2 events. Everyone in the community group, the address is in there.
Yep.
I did not put my address on
It's smart.
our regular page. So if you want, just message me.
Message Jason. We're on a bonfire. That's October 14th.
Yep, at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. ish.
Mike will be here at 7:20. It gets pretty dark by 7, and 7 to 10, we'll just hang out, have a drink or two.
10 o'clock, man.
I mean,
it'll be good. I will be the last one there blabbing away. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it does. And it's 2 days before our half marathon, so Mike and I will not get shit faced. But I will have a beer or two and socialize.
Jason's getting shit faced.
No way, dude. I have worked too hard for this race. I am not getting shit faced.
I think I remember that at some of the fires at Ben's house. You said you weren't going to get shit faced, and then you did.
Remember that one night you drove me home?
You were grabbing me so bad.
I was drunk.
Megan was like, "Feel like that's what happens to me." So, Jason, this has been an episode of fun, and it was a fun experiment. I think we found some new things that we can use in the future. So, anyways, bonfire, we'd love for you to be there.
And I'm going to interrupt you. If you want to do trivia next week, please message me on Patreon, or you don't have to be on Patreon, but we prefer Patreon people like Adam and Megan D and Joe P.
First.
Yes. You get first dibs.
Because phone a listener doesn't sound as good as phone a Patreon.
Okay. Sorry. You and your damn jingle.
I know.
Anyways.
Well, because we want segment names. So anyways, we'd love for you to come to the fire, or if you can't, we'd love for you to share the love. You can share this with your friend, your enemy, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law. And again, if you want to be on Phone a Patreon, or if you don't and just want to support us, it's patreon.com/Threads Podcast. And we hope that you keep joining us in ridding the world of Facebook fake, Instagram ickies, and Twitter takes by keeping the faith, doing your work, and living life unfiltered. See you next time.
Bye.